And Alexandria police are investigating a deadly crash involving children on a four-wheeler. Officers responded to a crash involving a car and a four-wheeler shortly after 6:30 Wednesday evening at the intersection of Culpepper Road and North Boulevard. 4 juveniles were on the four-wheeler at the time of the crash, a 12-year-old driver and 3 passengers, ages 10, 6, and 4. An investigation determined that the four-wheeler failed to stop at the stop sign at the intersection, resulting in the crash. The 6-year-old passenger died from their injuries after being taken to a local hospital. The 4-year-old suffered minor injuries, and the 10 and 12-year-olds remain in critical condition. None of the children were wearing helmets, and the crash remains under investigation. Alexandria Police Chief Chad Grimion released a statement on the crash. It reads in part, quote, "The Alexandria Police Department extends its deepest condolences to the family of the child who lost their life and sends thoughts and prayers to the injured children and their loved ones during this difficult time." It goes on to say, "But let me be clear, riding an ATV on city streets is illegal and a recipe for disaster. These vehicles are not designed for road traffic, and the consequences can be tragic. I beg our community to quit putting innocent lives at risk." You can find that full statement over on our website.